The architecture of a day.
Hello?
Daniel? Hi, it's Chloe. Do you have a minute to talk?
Chloe, of course. It's great to hear from you. How are you doing?
I'm okay, I guess. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm incredibly stressed out.
Oh no. Why? What's going on? Is it about university?
It's everything. It's university, my part-time job, trying to have a social life, and thinking about the future. I feel like I have a million things to do, and I'm not doing any of them well. I just feel overwhelmed.
I completely understand that feeling. I was there in my last year of school. It can be really tough.
But you always seem to handle it so well. I see your updates, you have your new job, you're doing interesting projects, you go hiking on the weekends. How do you have time for all of that? I barely have time to sleep.
It's not because I have more time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just about how you use those hours. I had to learn a lot of things after I almost burned out.
Burned out? You? I can't imagine that.
It's true. I was working hard, but not smart. I realized I needed a better system. I started reading and learning about the habits of people who are successful and not stressed.
Is that something you can learn? I always thought people were just naturally organized or naturally disorganized. I'm in the disorganized group.
I thought that too, but it's not true. It's all learnable. They are just habits, like learning to drive a car. It's hard at first, and then it becomes automatic.
Daniel, I'm being very serious. Can you teach me? What are these habits? I feel like I really need to change something, or I'm going to go crazy.
I would be happy to share what I've learned. But you have to know that it's a journey. It doesn't happen in one day. The key is to start small.
I will, I promise. I'm ready to try anything. Where do I even begin?
It all starts with your mindset. The first and most important change is to move from being reactive to being proactive.
Reactive and proactive? What does that mean exactly?
Most people are reactive. They wake up, and the first thing they do is check their phone. They see emails from their boss, messages from friends, news headlines. Their brain immediately starts reacting to other people's demands. Their day is controlled by external things.
That is a perfect description of my morning. My alarm is on my phone, so I pick it up and then I see all the notifications and my stress level goes up immediately.
Exactly. A proactive person does the opposite. They start their day on their own terms. They decide what is important before the world tells them what is important. And the best way to do this is with a morning routine.
I've heard about morning routines. It always sounds like something for CEOs and athletes. Waking up at 5 a.m., running 10 kilometers.
It doesn't have to be that extreme. My morning routine is simple. And yes, I do wake up early, around 6 a.m., but you can start later. The first rule is the most important. No phone for the first hour of the day.
1 hour? That sounds impossible. How do you wake up? What if there's an emergency?
I bought a very simple, cheap alarm clock. So I don't need my phone. And a real emergency that needs a response within an hour is very, very rare. Most things can wait. That first hour is my time. It's for me to prepare for the day.
Okay, so what do you do if you're not looking at your phone?
The moment I get out of bed, I drink a large glass of water. It rehydrates you and helps to wake up your system. Then, I do about 15 minutes of light exercise. Just some stretching, maybe some push-ups. I don't go to the gym. I just do it in my living room. It's about getting the blood flowing.
15 minutes. I suppose that's not too long. I always think I have to do a full hour, so I end up doing nothing.
15 minutes every day is much better than 1 hour once a month. After that, I take 5 minutes to just sit quietly. Some people call it meditation. I just focus on my breathing. It helps to calm my mind.
My mind would be racing with all my worries.
It does at the beginning. The goal isn't to have an empty mind. The goal is to notice your thoughts and then gently return your focus to your breath. It's a practice. After those 5 minutes, I do the most important thing. I plan my day.
In the morning?
Yes, I take a notebook, and I write down the date. Then I write down the 3 most important tasks I need to accomplish that day. We can call them my top 3.
Only 3? My to-do list is always a mile long.
That's the problem with long to-do lists. They make you feel anxious and defeated before you even start. If you can complete your 3 most important tasks, you have had a productive day. Everything else is a bonus. This gives you clarity and focus.
So your morning is water, exercise, meditation, and planning.
That's it. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes in total. After I do that, I have breakfast, and then I am ready to look at my phone and start my work. But I start feeling in control, not stressed.
I can see how that would make a big difference. You start the day winning, in a way. This connects to my next question, about planning. My method is just writing a giant, messy list on a piece of paper. It doesn't work well.
The habit is called effective planning. My top 3 is my daily focus, but I also use a weekly and monthly planning system. I use a digital calendar for this. The technique that changed everything for me is called time blocking.
Time blocking? Tell me more about that.
It's simple. Instead of a list of things to do, you give every task a specific block of time in your calendar. So you don't just have study for history exam on your list. You look at your calendar and you create an event. Tuesday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Review history notes for chapter 5.
You schedule it like a meeting?
Exactly. You schedule everything. Your study time, your work time, your lunch break, your exercise, even your free time. My calendar might have a block that says 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Go for a walk, or 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Read a novel.
Wow. Doesn't that feel very restrictive? Like your whole day is controlled by a calendar and you have no flexibility.
That's a common question. I find it's the opposite of restrictive. It's liberating. It gives me freedom. Because I know I have a specific, scheduled time to study, I don't feel guilty when I'm taking a break. When it's time to relax, I can actually relax. I don't have that voice in my head saying, "You should be working."
Oh, I have that voice all the time. It follows me everywhere. I can be out with friends, and part of my brain is stressing about an assignment. It's awful.
Time blocking helps to silence that voice. It tells your brain, it's okay to relax now, because work is scheduled for tomorrow at 9 a.m. It creates boundaries. This is work time. This is rest time. It's much more efficient.
What if something unexpected happens? Like a friend calls and needs help.
Then you adjust. A plan is a map, not a prison. You can move the blocks around. But having the map in the first place means you know what is important and you can make better decisions about your time. Without a plan, you just react to everything.
So, time blocking is the daily and weekly habit. How does this connect to bigger things? Like finishing my final project, which feels impossible.
That brings us to the next habit, setting clear goals. You can't make a good plan if you don't know your destination. Time blocking works best when it serves your long-term goals.
Long-term goals are scary. I don't know what I want.
It doesn't have to be, what do I want to do with my life? It can be simpler. Let's take your project. The big goal is, finish my final project by the deadline. That's a big, scary goal.
Yes, it keeps me awake at night.
So, you break it down. You work backwards. To finish by the deadline, what do you need to do this month? Maybe the goal is complete the research and write the first 2 chapters. That's a monthly goal. It's still big, but it's less scary.
Okay, I can see that.
Now, what do you need to do this week to achieve that monthly goal? Maybe it's find 10 good research articles and write a detailed outline for the first chapter. That's a weekly goal. It's very clear.
That seems much more possible.
Now, what do you need to do today to achieve the weekly goal? The goal for today could be spend 2 hours at the library and find the first 3 research articles. That is a small, specific, daily action. It's not scary at all.
Wow. So the giant, scary project just became find 3 articles today.
Exactly. This is the habit. You break your big goals into small, manageable steps. Your time blocking calendar is just where you schedule those small steps. You don't climb a mountain by looking at the top. You climb it by focusing on your next step.
This is changing how I think about everything. I always just see the mountain and I get paralyzed by fear.
Everyone does. The trick is to have a system to turn the mountain into a series of small hills. This applies to everything, from school projects to learning a new skill or saving money.
So we have the mindset, the morning routine, planning with time blocking, and breaking down goals. This is a lot already.
It is, but they are all connected. They create a system, and that system is powered by another habit, continuous learning.
You mean more studying? I already study all the time for my classes.
I mean learning for yourself. Your university education is important, but it's just the beginning. The world changes so quickly. The skills that are important today might be obsolete in 5 years. Successful people are lifelong learners. They are curious.
What does that look like in practice?
It means you dedicate a little bit of time each day to learning something new. Something that is not required for your job or your classes. This could be reading books, listening to podcasts, watching documentaries, or taking online courses.
I feel like I don't have time for that. And I'm too tired to read after a long day of studying.
You can find small pockets of time. What do you do on your commute?
Listen to music, usually.
You could listen to an audiobook or an educational podcast. There are amazing podcasts on every topic imaginable: history, science, business, psychology. That's 30 minutes of learning right there.
That's a good idea. It's better than just zoning out.
And about reading, you don't need to read a book a week. Just try to read for 15 minutes before you go to sleep. Instead of scrolling on your phone, read 10 pages of a book. In a month, you will have finished a whole book.
What kind of books should I read?
A mix is good. Read books about your field of interest, but also read outside of it. Read biographies of people you admire. Read novels to understand people and stories better. Read books about communication or psychology. Every book you read gives you new ideas and new ways to think. It's like an investment in your own brain.
I used to love reading for fun. I should start that again. It sounds much better than my current habit of watching random videos until I fall asleep.
It is. And this habit of investing in your brain is connected to investing in your body. The next habit is to take your health seriously.
You mean I have to go to the gym and eat salads all day?
No, not at all. It's about 3 simple pillars: sleep, nutrition, and movement. We already talked about movement. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day is a great start. For nutrition, don't think about a strict diet. Think about making small, positive choices.
Like what?
Instead of taking something away, add something good. Can you add an apple to your lunch? Can you drink one more glass of water today? Can you make your own coffee instead of buying the sugary one? Small upgrades make a big difference over time. It's about progress, not perfection.
Okay, I can do that. Adding an apple is easy. But what about sleep? That's the one I always sacrifice. I feel like I have to stay up late to get everything done.
That is the great productivity myth. You think you are gaining time by sleeping less, but you are actually losing effectiveness. When you sleep 5 or 6 hours, your brain does not function at 100%. Your focus is worse, your memory is worse, you make more mistakes.
I definitely feel that. Sometimes I read the same paragraph 5 times and the words don't make sense.
Exactly. That's your tired brain. A task that might take you 1 hour when you are fully rested could take you 2 or 3 hours when you are sleep deprived. So you are not actually saving time. Successful people protect their sleep. They know that 7 to 8 hours of sleep is not a luxury, it's a requirement for high performance.
So if I plan my day better with time blocking, I should be able to finish my work earlier and get more sleep. And if I get more sleep, I will work more effectively the next day.
You have just described the positive cycle. It all works together. One good habit supports the next one. They build on each other.
This is really opening my eyes. So, after all these personal habits, what's next?
The next ones are about how you interact with the world. Let's talk about managing distractions.
My phone, you mean?
Yes, mostly your phone. To do important work, like writing a paper or studying for an exam, you need periods of deep, uninterrupted focus. Let's call it deep work. Every notification, every buzz from your phone, breaks that focus. It can take 15 minutes to get back into a state of deep focus after just one small interruption.
That's so true. I'll be studying, and a message will pop up. I'll reply, and suddenly 20 minutes have passed and I've forgotten what I was even doing.
So, you have to be disciplined. When you schedule a block of time for deep work, you have to create a distraction-free environment. Put your phone in another room. Or at least turn it completely off and put it in your bag. Close all the social media tabs on your computer.
Putting my phone in another room gives me a little bit of anxiety.
I know. So start small. Try the Pomodoro technique. You set a timer for 25 minutes. For those 25 minutes, you focus on one task only. No distractions. When the timer goes off, you take a 5-minute break. You can stand up, stretch, and yes, you can check your phone during that break. Then you start another 25-minute session.
25 minutes of focus, then a 5-minute break. That sounds manageable. It feels less intimidating than a 2-hour block.
It is. It's a way to train your focus muscle. The more you do it, the easier it gets to concentrate for longer periods. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. You have to protect it.
Protect my attention. I like that phrase. Okay, what else is there in the interacting with the world category?
The next one is about money. Developing good financial habits early.
I'm a student. I'm always broke. This is for when I have a real job, right?
No, the habit is more important than the amount of money. It starts now. The first step is simply to know where your money goes. For 1 month, track every single expense. Every coffee, every snack, every bus ticket. Use a notebook or a simple app.
I'm almost afraid to see the results.
Knowledge is power. Once you see where your money is going, you can make a plan. This is called a budget. But the most important financial habit is to pay yourself first.
I've heard that phrase. What does it actually mean?
It means that the moment you get money, whether it's from your part-time job or your parents, The very first thing you do, before you pay for anything else, is to take a small percentage, maybe 10%, and move it into a separate savings account.
But 10% of my small income is almost nothing.
It doesn't matter. You are not building wealth right now. You are building a habit. You are training your brain to see saving as a priority. It's not what is left after spending. It's the first thing you do. This one habit will make you wealthy in the long run.
Track my spending and pay myself first. That sounds very concrete.
It is. Okay. The last big habit for today is about people. It's about networking.
Oh, that word. It sounds so formal and scary. Like you have to go to events and impress people.
Let's not call it networking. Let's call it building genuine relationships. It's about being curious about other people and finding ways to help them. It's not about what you can get. It's about what you can give.
How can I do that? I'm just a student.
Talk to people. Ask your classmates about their projects. Listen to their answers. Ask your professors about their research. When you meet someone new, don't think, what can this person do for me? Think, what is interesting about this person? And look for ways to connect people. Maybe you know two people who are interested in the same topic. Introduce them. Be a connector.
So it's more about being a good, interested person than being a salesperson for myself.
Exactly. Your network is your community. It's the people who will support you, give you ideas, and help you when you need it. You build it by being a good and helpful member of that community over time.
That makes it sound much less intimidating. Okay, I think my brain is full now. Can we do a quick summary? I want to make sure I have it all.
Of course. Let's review. First, is the mindset shift from reactive to proactive, which you achieve with a solid morning routine.
Right. No phone, water, movement, silence, and planning my top 3 tasks.
Perfect. Second, is effective planning using time blocking in your calendar, scheduling everything to control your day and reduce guilt.
And that planning is guided by the third habit, which is setting goals and breaking them down into small, daily steps.
Exactly. Fourth is the habit of continuous learning, dedicating a little time each day to reading or listening to something new.
Fifth is prioritizing your physical health, the triangle of sleep, nutrition, and movement.
You've got it. Sixth is managing distractions to do deep work, protecting your attention. Seventh is building good financial habits, starting with tracking your spending and paying yourself first. And the last one we talked about is building genuine relationships.
That is a complete system for life. It's amazing, but it's also a lot. I feel motivated, but also a little scared that I can't do it all.
And that is the final, most important point. You will fail sometimes. There will be a day when you wake up late and grab your phone. There will be a day you eat junk food and don't exercise. It happens to everyone.
So what do I do then? Give up?
No, the habit is not about being perfect. The habit is about resilience. It's about forgiving yourself and starting again the next day. One bad day doesn't have to become a bad week. Just get back on track with the next small choice.
That's the kindest advice you've given me all day. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
So, remember your promise at the beginning? Start small. Don't try to do all 8 of these things on Monday. Just pick one.
Which one should I pick?
Which one feels like it would make the biggest difference for you right now?
I think the morning routine. My mornings are so chaotic and stressful. I think if I can start my day feeling calm and in control, it will help with everything else.
That's an excellent choice. So, for this week, don't worry about anything else. Just focus on your morning routine. Don't even try for 6 a.m. What time do you need to wake up for your classes?
Around 8 a.m. I usually wake up at 7:45.
Okay, so, this week, try waking up at 7:15. Just 30 minutes earlier. In those 30 minutes, don't touch your phone. Drink your water, do 10 minutes of stretching, and write down your top 3 tasks for the day. That's your only goal for the next 7 days.
Just that?
Just that. Build that one habit first. Make it strong. Then, next week, you can think about adding something else, like the Pomodoro technique.
Okay, I can do that. A 30-minute morning routine. That's my only goal. I feel like I can actually do that.
I know you can.
Daniel, thank you so much. This conversation was more valuable than a whole semester of classes. I feel like I have a map now. I was lost in the forest, and you just gave me a compass.
You're very welcome, Chloe. I'm happy I could help. The real work starts now, but you know the direction.
Yes. Can I call you again in a couple of weeks to tell you how it's going? It will help me stay accountable.
I would like that very much. Call me anytime.
I will. Okay, I should let you go. Thank you again.
No problem at all. Talk to you soon, Chloe. Good luck.
Thanks, Daniel. Bye.
Bye.